When I was like 11 or 12, my parents got divorced. I couldn't understand how that could happen. And so I really took it hard. It's not like I made the decision, like my parents are getting divorced, I'm gonna get drunk. It was more so like the opportunities started to present themselves at that perfect time. So when I started to get introduced to alcohol, with just beer, I really took to it. And so throughout middle school into high school, I was drinking a lot, I was smoking a lot. I would always end up in these huge, crazy situations, and then I would have to flee, and then I'd be like, okay, it's gonna be better here this time. And then I would flee again, it's gonna be better here this time. But everywhere I went, there I was, and I couldn't kick the habit. I didn't have anybody, and so I was homeless in Colorado. And that's when I realized that I needed to make a decision of what I was gonna be in life. And instead of being like, I can do this, I can do good, I came to the realization that this must be the way that God wanted me to be. But as a criminal and an addict, what would I do in life? Like, am I gonna continue to hustle nicks and dimes and try to work my butt off to get $20 here and there? Or am I gonna just do something that would represent who I am? And as an addict, I made a big decision. I said, I'll just rob banks. And then from there, I walked across the street and I pursued to write a note and rob a Wells Fargo bank. I did it. I walked in, I waited in line, I went up to the teller and I told her that this was a robbery and that she needed to give me all the money. It wasn't until years later that I actually wrote that woman a note that, said how sorry I was. Because I didn't mean to scare her. I just needed what I thought I needed. And I didn't think I needed forgiveness. And so I was in prison for almost 3 years. I knew I was an addict. I knew that because I shot heroin, I did coke. I knew I was an addict, but I didn't know I was an alcoholic. And so I opened myself up to receiving a higher power, and I prayed to this all good creating energy of the universe because I did not want to talk to Jesus. When I was released, I had a welcoming home party, and my friend Adam, he gave me a Bible and he bookmarked it with $50 and said, now you got to open it. I opened it and I listened to him, and I went to the service at Community of Hope. From that moment, it was like Dale was just only talking to me. And so from that point on, I, was challenged that I was going to go and I was going to read the Bible, learn about this Jesus character that they talk about. I was introduced to Sarah, my first day at Community of Hope, which definitely kept me coming back. I started reading, I started asking her questions, and I really realized that God was talking to me and that I didn't have to worry about relapse. I didn't have to worry about all that stuff anymore, that He had the answer, that He was the answer. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to get baptized. I got released March 2nd of 2017. I got baptized May 1st, 2017 at Celebrate Recovery on a Monday night. I had this peace about me that I just had finally made the right decision. I am Kurtis Alva, and I am Community of Hope.